continuing crisis on the Platinum Belt here in South Africa. Joining us in the studio is the head of Stakeholder Relations and Public Affairs of Lonmin, Mr. Happy Nkhoma. Thank you, sir. Thank you for making it this morning.
Thank you, and good morning. On an important morning for us as well.
Yes, an important morning, deadline day as it were. Just give us your reaction to what's happening and also tell us what you guys are doing to secure the safety of workers as they return to work.
I still say that it is actually very sad that 20 years after democracy, when workers have already thought they've got rights, when we talk about workers and employment and labor issues, we then have to talk about violence and security, because it means other workers' rights are actually not being respected. So it is a very sad day when you look at it. And what we are really doing today is we've decided, let's give the workers a chance to come to work. It's been 4 months, they've been without income, and we're also losing money. So it's time that something gets done. So the workers who actually would like to come to work, and there's an overwhelming number that says to us, we want to come to work. And we're giving them a chance to come to work today. And on our premises, we've actually stepped up security, the security forces as well, in the residential areas in the community around have been there. They are visible. The commitment made by the minister day before yesterday, he has honored it, and there's visibility. And we're actually seeing workers coming to work today.
The one concern that's been raised so far is that a lot of the attacks, the burning of shacks and this sort of thing happens at night. How do you secure people's safety at night then?
That is why that is a prerogative mainly of the state, because that happens in the residential areas. And this is actually calls for police to make sure that that happens. And the police have been there in higher numbers. And we haven't received any reports of anything happening last night. There has been a lot of skirmishes and people trying to intimidate others. But short of that, we have not seen no crime really being committed.
Just give us the broad strokes. How many workers are returning to work in your estimation? And then also tell us about the negotiations that you've been doing in your SMS campaign, as it's now known, with workers. What's on the table? What's being discussed? Okay,
it's difficult right now. It's too early in the morning. I'm not at the shaft. I'm here. We're still looking at the numbers that are coming in. We're talking about 7 shafts that we've got. Yeah. So we need the greater part of the day to really work out how many workers will have returned. But safe to say that despite the intimidation, people have really been committed to coming to work. And we're not saying people must actually risk their lives to do so, but they must do so because we have received. What has happened with the SMSs is that all the SMSs we have sent, people have come in majority numbers. The majority of those that came back to us said, no, we are happy with the offer, pardon the pun, and we would like to come back to work. Yeah. The offer that is on the table is we are offering the union that we will give, we'll reach the increase of 12,500 by 2017. Actually, at Lonmin, we'll reach that next year. Yeah. So that's the offer that's on the table. And the union has said to us, it has been rejected. But then the workers that we are talking to directly are telling us something different. So we would like to sit to the union and talk and say, what do we do with these numbers? So we have not ruled out negotiations. We are not overriding the union. We're just saying we wanted to test for ourselves with our employees, because at the end of the day, the union is actually a representative of the employees. They are not the ones.
Have you contacted the union for these discussions? Because it's a very fractious and dangerous situation that we find ourselves in on the Platinum Belt right now.
Well, we have said, it's one thing for workers to say want to come to work. Let them show us that they want to come to work. And that's what they're doing today. And on the basis of that, we will then sit back with the union and talk. We have not ruled that out. But again, we cannot talk with people who are trying to bully us into a corner. They have not moved. We've moved so many times since the year started, and they have not done it.
And the shafts that the workers return to, you want to operate them as normal today, at full capacity or close to that?
Well, remember that opening a shaft is not as easy, and I'm sorry to say it's a sad day for mining. In Turkey, we've lost about 200 miners, and we send our condolences to them. Opening a shaft is not a question of just going downstairs and getting people to work. Yeah. There's a whole process. You've got to put everybody through medical tests, fitness tests, then we take them through safety training. So those who are reporting for work today are not necessarily going to start mining. They're going to go through the induction process.
Finally, I want to ask you, those who do not return to work today, are they going to lose their jobs, as we've heard?
What you have heard is that if this thing of people not working will continue, restructuring is obviously will be on the cards. We can't lose money forever. But today we are not actually coming and threatening anybody. We are saying to people, come to work. Once we have come to work, let's decide how we're moving forward.
But we hope that you find the right balance in resolutions. Thank you, though, for joining us. I know that there's so much going on at the moment, but you guys have come through to the studio and put your case forward. Thank you once again. That was from, Head of Stakeholder Relations and Public Affairs, Mr. Happy Nkhoma. Thank you once again for joining us this morning. Now we continue, of course, this week around the world celebrated Nurses Day.